Good evening, everyone. This is a special episode of Not for Debate here with G Money. I'm sitting here waiting for my partner, but as we're waiting, I just wanted to discuss recap the All Star game and also recap this list, the ESPN list that people are talking about, the top 10 players of all time. And Michael is one and LeBron is two. So that is something that's been in debate on the social media world and just with people in general. So the first topic I want to talk about is this All Star Weekend. They have to do something with the dunk contest. I don't know. Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon just basically made it after them. They made it unwatchable, and it's unfortunate because I love those two. I think that we need to get superstars into the dunk contest or do something. I don't know what it is, but the flair of the dunk contest is not the same. I mean, you could just see the people's face. You can see Shaq's face and how unwatched he was or how unamused that he was. It's just something different about the All-Star game. Now, the three-point contest is always decent because it's a three-point contest, but that's not really much to go on. We watch Saturday because of the dunk contest, or at least that's what we used to do. I remember the greatest dunk contest I've ever seen is the one with Vince and Tracy were going back and forth. I think that was 2001. If I'm not mistaken, that was amazing to see the type of dunks that he came. It's just like the dunk contest has been around forever. So it's like how many different dunks can somebody do? So I get it, but at the same time, I just feel like the dunk contest there should be more. They should have more passion to it. It should be more innovative. I'm not sure. I don't know. As far as everything else, the skills contest was good. The three-point contest was a surprise. Karl Anthony Towns actually won it, which is funny because when we did our mock draft last week on Wednesday, he picked, meaning Marvin, the new guy that's coming up soon. He actually picked Karl Towns, and he called it, said that he would win the three-point contest. So shout out to him. But as far as All-Star Saturday night, we need to do something about the dunk contest. That's the only thing. But the game itself, for me, the All-Star game itself made up for the terrible Saturday night for the terrible dunk contest. That game was like ever since this format of Team LeBron versus Team whoever. First year was I think it was Curry. Second year was Curry again, and then Giannis, and now Durant. Ever since this new format, the All-Star game has actually been competitive because these dudes they're not only playing for pride, but they're playing for the actual charity foundations, and it was good to see that whole weekend was just special. Besides the dunk contest, the weekend itself was special because this is 75 years of NBA. And if you're like me and you love the NBA and you've been watching it, it was great to see all the old players and all the old players come in and just cherish the 75 top players of all time. It was good to see Michael. It was good to see Isaiah. It was good to see Magic. It was good to see Bob Cousy, like a couple of these guys that these young people who don't study the league or are not, historians of NBA can see that and can grace in their can appreciate their greatness because these guys were good, man. Like I believe like the NBA always recycles itself. Always the players always come back. So for example, I don't know why people compare LeBron to Jordan. I think that's a bad comparison. I think he's more like Magic mixed with Scottie Pippen. I think Wilt Chamberlain, Shaq is like Wilt Chamberlain's new baby. Like, the Wilt Chamberlain 2.0, I should say. That should be somebody who this should be compared to. And, there's Westbrook and Oscar Robertson. There's John Stockton and Steve Nash. You can go down the list. The NBA always comes back with the same player. It's just very interesting how it reinvents itself. So it was good, 75 years of basketball. I wish I was alive for all of it. But again, YouTube is very good. I'm a basketball historian, so I really love that. As far as the game itself, I think was competitive. The second half, again, Steph Curry, man, that dude, listen, he is something else. That dude it's extremely special, and he's the greatest shooter of all time. Not only can he stand and shoot or pop and shoot, he can dribble, off the pick and roll. He's just the best shooter. And there's no question because he has different varieties of shooting. Mark Price was a great spot-up shooter. Reggie used to come off pick and rolls and back screens all the time. Ray Allen was mostly a pick and roll coming off a screen shooter. But Steph is so innovative and so special. He has all of that. He can come off the pick and roll. He can walk up and shoot a dribble. He can come off screens. He can come off rub downs. Like he's just the best shooter I've ever seen of all time. There's nobody, in my opinion, that comes close other than Steph Curry. So it was good to see that, him scoring 50, and he was just out there just wetting them from 30 feet, 40 feet. Like, it's just so unfair how good this guy is at shooting, something I've never seen before. And my opinion about Steph Curry has really changed over time, because at first I thought he was like, pompous and arrogant, that he would take a shot and then turn around. It just seems so disrespectful. But I don't believe that he's doing it to be disrespectful. He's doing it because you can't stop him. Like, if you have a problem with him showing off, then stop him. That's how you stop complaining. Stop looking for excuses. You want to stop him, stop him. That's all you got to do. But they can't. And it's just so special. So I don't mind him showing off and doing that, man. Have fun. He ain't doing it to be mean. He's just doing that because he know he's the man. And I love that. That my view of Steph Curry completely changed from last season when he almost got that team in the playoffs. That season was, was amazing. And since then, I've looked back on his career, and I think that he may go down as one of the greatest players ever. Unfortunately, some people might not put him in there, but I would. I mean, like, there's nobody that impacted the game of basketball, the actual game. See, there's players that impact the culture, but this Steph impact and changed the game. Now you got kids coming up and shooting a three from 30 feet and banging it in. It's like, yo, Steph Curry, like, that's why I do it, because of Steph Curry. It's like, it's bad. That's really, honestly speaking, it's a horrible shot. It really is a terrible shot. It's not a good shot at all. But if you work on it like Steph has for years and years, and you can perfect it. I mean, Dame has that shot, not as good as Steph Curry, but he can shoot like that. Trae Young has that shot. Like, these guys are pulling up from 30 and 40 feet like nothing. Even LeBron put that in his repertoire. It's crazy how Steph Curry has changed the game and impacted the game. And not just Steph Curry, but the Warriors in general. But Steph Curry is just something special, man. And he's going to go down as one of the greatest players ever. I think I've changed my mind completely on Steph Curry. I was so wrong about this guy. And you know what? It happens. That's why I like to go back and revisit things and rewatch tape. And okay, this guy's good. So he had a great game. LeBron, of course, had the game winner, which that was actually special because, he's in Cleveland. That's where he's not from Cleveland, but he's from that area in Akron, which is not that far away from Cleveland. And he played for the Cavaliers. So that love for the Cavaliers and the city of Cleveland is still there. So it was good to see him get that game winning shot. It kind of seemed like it was set up that way. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, or maybe it's just my conspiracy thinking. But of course, LeBron is going to take the game-winning shot in Cleveland for the win. Of course, like, that's like, yo, give the ball to Jordan in Game 6. He's going to take the last shot. We're either going to win with him or we're going to lose with him. Not that the finals and the All-Star game is similar. I'm just saying the circumstances. If you're Team LeBron and you have the last shot, you're going to give it to LeBron for the win. If you don't win, then you live with the results. But you have to give it to him, and he has to make the shot. And everything worked out perfectly. It just seemed like, I don't know, it seemed like the basketball gods were in the works. I'm not sure, but that was an ending, a great ending. And I think the game was competitive. And I think moving forward, because the games are coming back on Thursday, moving forward, where I see the NBA now is, Chris Paul just got injured. So it's like the same thing every year with Chris Paul. I've been so high on the Suns because I feel like they're the most complete team. They're the most focused team, and nobody in the West can beat them. But with Chris Paul being injured again, and we don't know how he's going to, play in the playoffs with that thumb, it's like the Warriors are just going to, I wouldn't say cakewalk, but they're going to get in just because of that. And it's so unfortunate because Chris Paul should be in a position to win a championship. But the injuries, man, like, he just gets injured at the wrong time. Now it's only February. The playoffs don't start until April. So maybe he might come back in time and maybe Phoenix will be okay. But if he doesn't come back healthy, or if he gets injured again in the playoffs, just pencil the Warriors in. It's just destiny. I don't see anybody other than Phoenix, if they're healthy, beating the Warriors. Memphis, the Grizzlies are a great team, but I still think they're a couple years away from being a championship team. But they're going to be a tough out. But with Steph Curry playing the way he playing and Klay Thompson evolving and playing better, and then Draymond coming back with Wiseman, and they got Wiggins, and they got Poole, and they got Gary Payton Jr. or Gary Payton II, whatever his name is. That team is good. That team is really good. I just think that they're small. They're too small, and they're gonna, if they run into big teams, they may have a problem. But small ball can sometimes win as well. But in my opinion, and I still feel this way, even though I'm a diehard Heat fan, Milwaukee is going to, in my opinion, is going to win it all. I think Brooklyn, if the pieces all add up, I think that is the dangerous team. I don't have any faith in Philly, not because of Joel Embiid, but because of, I'm sorry, James Harden is just not it for me. He's just not the guy. I don't know what it is about him, but he doesn't give me that factor that he cares. And I hope I'm wrong, because I want everybody to win. I want these dudes to win. I don't wish any bad on any NBA player, but I speak about what I see, and I just don't see the effort or the want-to in James Harden ever since he lost to the Warriors 2 years in a row. Ever since then, he's just not the same player. I don't know what it is. So unfortunately for Joel Embiid, because he's the real deal. That is the real deal. He has a chance to be a Hall of Famer, like, no question, but he's not playing with somebody who feels the same way or who isn't as serious as him. So because of that, unfortunately, I have no faith in Philly. The Miami Heat, this is my team now, right? This is who I root for. This is my love. This is my city. The issue with the Miami Heat is if their shots are not falling, they usually don't win. Sometimes they rely too much living and dying on the three. And when you live and die on a jump shot, unless you're the Warriors, because see, the difference with the Warriors is they didn't shoot a whole bunch of threes. They really shot mid-range shots. Like if you go back and watch it, they shot threes, of course, but they shot more mid-range games than that. And nobody does that. So that's why they were so innovative. But the Heat, they mainly just shoot threes. And if it doesn't fall, what are you going to do? You got to figure something out. You can't just continue to shoot threes. That's what the Rockets fell into in 2018. That's what I feel like the Heat are unfortunately going to have issues with, because if they just shoot threes like crazy and it's not falling, that's how you have teams like Brooklyn, like Milwaukee, like even Philly might sneak in and beat the Heat. So that's my issue with Miami. I'm going to root for them. That's my team. I'm 100% loyal, but when I talk basketball, because I love it, I speak the truth. I don't sugarcoat nothing. The Heat have an issue with shooting too many threes, and that's going to hinder them. Brooklyn, there's a mental issue with Kevin Durant. He doesn't play big at big moments. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to give any examples or get into that. Just one example, Game 7 overtime last year. His foot was on the line. And then he did nothing in overtime. So I just something about KD where he just, I don't know, just something missing in my opinion. But if they have enough talent, if the shots are falling, if Kyrie is hitting his shots and he's Kyrie Irving, they still have a chance to go to the finals and even win a championship. It's just, to me, it's just going to be hard because we don't know what's going to happen. The Brooklyn Nets have 50% of Kyrie. They don't have 100% of Kyrie. And then you want to believe Ben Simmons. I want to believe him. I want to believe that he's going to come out and ball. I hope he comes out and ball, but I just have to see that. If I see that, then maybe. But 50% Kyrie, a questionable KD down the line, they have enough talent to get there. They do. I'm not going to be stupid and say they can't win it all, or they can't at least get to the finals, but it's just going to be harder for them because of those things that are blocking them. Milwaukee, them boys are not scared of nothing. They don't care about what seed they're in. They don't care who they play. They seem so focused. When Middleton, Holiday, and Giannis are together, that chemistry is just something special. And, the fellas, we got a private chat. They always tell me that the Bucks got lucky. They had an easy, path to the finals. Okay. There's always truth to both sides. Did they get lucky? Do you have some things that fall your way? Of course, any champion, anybody who wins the championship or succeeds in life or does something that's special, sometimes you're going to have luck. It just happens. Like, it just happens. Are we going to say the championship doesn't matter because they got lucky? It's like, for example, Toronto Raptors in 2019. Everybody in the Warriors was pretty much injured. There was hobbled Marcus Cousins. Steph was not all the way 100%. Klay Thompson went down. Durant was down. Like, that team was injured. And then, of course, if they were healthy, the Raptors wouldn't have won. But that's what people see. But people don't see the other side of it. The road to the finals was difficult. The Raptors had to beat The 76ers, who took them to 7 games and had a classic game 7 with that last shot, and then they had to play the MVP and the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks, and they had to beat them. They went down 0-2 and then came back and won 4 straight. So the road to the promised land, if it's difficult, you still respect the championship. Just because the championship itself wasn't difficult as much because the other team wasn't healthy doesn't mean that the championship doesn't mean anything. So the point is, the road to the finals was easy. Or somewhat a little easier for the Bucks. I understand that. They didn't have Kyrie. James Harden was humbled. I get that. You're right. But the championship, the Suns were not unhealthy. Everybody on the Phoenix Suns was healthy. The Phoenix Suns went up 2-0, and Giannis just took over and destroyed them. So I don't want to hear about Milwaukee's championship was fluke. It wasn't fluke. I don't want to hear that. Giannis had a great, not just the finals, but had a great playoff run. And in the finals, he even stepped it up even more. So that's why in my opinion, that's why I believe in Milwaukee, because I think that Giannis can do it again. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong, but I just believe that nobody in the NBA, in my opinion, can beat the Milwaukee Bucks if Giannis is playing like he played in the finals. If he plays like he plays in the finals, not only they're going to win this year, but they'll win next year as well. So that's just my opinion on it. I hope as a Heat fan, I want the Miami Heat to get to the finals. I love Eric Spoelstra. He's the greatest coach in this generation after Popovich. After Greg Popovich retires, he's going to be the top dog. Like he's really a good coach. That's an extension from Pat Riley. So I love the Heat. I love Miami Heat, but I just think that Milwaukee is the best team. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see nobody beating Giannis. Something clicked in him, and he's just playing out of his mind. But let's go talk about this actual list from ESPN. Give me a second as I bring it up. There was as you know, it's been 75 years of the NBA. So of course there was a top 75 list. So first of all, a lot of people didn't make it, which was Dwight Howard. That's one of the names. Like, I don't understand how Dwight Howard doesn't make that list, but that's a different conversation that we can have later. But give me 1 second here. Okay, so here goes the list, right? So number 1, well, I start from 10 to number 1. From 10th is Kobe Bryant at number 10, Oscar Robertson at 9, Tim Duncan at 8, Larry Bird at, give me 1 second because Marv just came in. What's up, Marv?
What's good, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, brother.
Great.
What's up, man? Just to welcome in. This is Marv. This is our new family member. What's up, man? Just tell them about yourself before we continue.
Man, all the way down from Miami, Florida, originally from the Rangers. Oh,
That's
sorry
cool,
about
man.
that, man. I had a little echo in my mic, but yeah, man, originally from the Rangers. Going to school right now for music engineering. So if you need your music done, come see me ASAP. I'll help you with that, most definitely.
That's cool, brother. That's good. I don't know if you heard the show, but I was talking about the All-Star game and the All-Star weekend in general and how special it was. But the first thing I mentioned was the dunk contest and how that dunk, oh my God, that was bad, man.
And last time I was telling you I was looking forward to that, man, and then I was so upset. Oh man,
you can see, you can just see Shaq's face. It's like, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember when Vince Carter was. I think that was 2000 or 2001. When he did his thing and he was battling with his cousin Tracy McGrady. I thought that was special, like that. Like, I go back on YouTube and watch that all the time. That dunk contest was the best one I've ever seen. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, I'm agreeing with you, man. They definitely did their thing, but for me, man, recently, man, Zach LaVine and Gordon, man, they set the ball high, man, for those guys. And then especially,
you know what? No, go ahead, bro. Finish what you're saying. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say because we was talking behind the scenes about who we were talking about, man. Derrick Jones and the other guys that was in it, man. They was doing their thing, but after that, man, it just went downhill from there, bro. So we got to get it together, man. When we pick these guys, man, like,
but you know what?
Creativity.
Exactly. But you know what? How much different dunks can you do? There's only so many dunks you can do. So eventually it's gonna get
True.
tiring. But that's why you have to find ways to be innovative. Like, for example, back in, I think it was 2007 or 2008, when Dwight came out with the Superman cape, he
Yeah.
was like he was flying in the air.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was special. Like, I like that. I like that. What was your favorite one? Like, if you can pick out one, recently, or what was your favorite moment during the dunk contest?
Oh man, when my favorite moment was with Vince Carter, bro. When he had his arm up in the net, and I was like, man, this dude a bad dude, bro. Like nothing, nobody can top that, bro.
You know
I,
what's
I really
crazy?
felt like that, bro.
Mhm.
Like nobody can top that, man. What he did,
You know
and
what's
then
crazy?
what's
Go
up?
ahead, man. I'm sorry. I was going to say what's crazy about that is Tracy McGrady did his thing, but nobody remembers that. Everybody just remembers Vince Carter because he was just so much better than anybody. Like, Tracy McGrady has some great dunks, like he really did,
Yeah,
and that. But like, no, like, that doesn't matter. Everybody just remember Vince Carter. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
yeah, man. No, but Carter was doing his thing, man. And then I see this guy Zach Levine, man. Nobody knows him at the time,
Mhm.
bro. And he just coming out, bam, doing all this stuff. I'm like, whoa,
But
bro.
see, the second one, at the one in 2016, I think
Yeah,
Eric Gordon won. I think he won that dunk when he went under his legs over the mascot.
yeah, bro.
That was
Yo,
special to me.
I won't even be mad, bro. It's very debatable, man, because they was doing stuff I never seen. I don't think nobody else can do, bro. And that's the beauty of it, man. When you can do something nobody else can do, man, bro.
That dunk
I,
contest, because I'm a basketball historian. That
yeah.
dunk contest reminds me of Jordan, MJ, and Dominique. I think '87, when they just went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth,
Uh
and
huh.
Jordan ended up winning. But if people said that, yo, Jordan's the man, but he lost that dunk contest, like that's how I feel about the second dunk contest, so between Levine and Gordon. I think Gordon won in 2016. I think he should have won. He should have won twice, in my opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
D Wade. D
Yo,
Wade, that's that thing. But did you actually watch the All-Star weekend, the entire weekend?
I did not the entire weekend. I didn't. You know what I missed? I didn't. I usually don't watch the celebrity games, but I watched this year. It was alright. I watched the highlights of the skills challenge, which was
Mhm.
cool. But like I told y'all before, man, I was really anticipating this dunk contest, bro, because I get excited every year, man. I try not to get excited because I know after what I seen with Zach Levine, man, I try not to get my hopes up, yo.
Mhm.
But I was
I
like, man,
agree.
that was a letdown for me, man. But
But you know what? I made a point before you came on. I don't know
uh-huh.
if you agree with me on this. I made a point. I said the All-Star game itself, the actual game, made up for
Yeah.
the terrible Saturday. So the a game made
Oh
the
yeah.
All-Star weekend great. And just the actual environment, because 75 years of NBA and seeing all those great players come back, take
Hmm.
pictures, it was special. And you know what? You know what was special to me? Honestly, they make Jordan seem like he's such a grouch, like he's such a just a bad person. I didn't think Michael was gonna come. The fact that he showed up was like, oh shit, MJ's in the house. That
Yeah.
that that made it special to me. That weekend
Yeah, man.
overall was special. But the actual game, did you watch the game or did you watch the highlights?
I watched the highlights.
You saw how Steph was going off?
Stuff was going off, man. I was like, yes, yes, man. I had to text you, man. Like, yeah,
I
look
know,
at my
yeah.
boy. He
Bro,
was my oh,
what's crazy is he was just shooting from everywhere, man. It doesn't like he
yeah.
and then I don't know if you see it, but him and LeBron looked like they play so happy together. They was coming off screens and everybody was just passing the ball. Like he had so much fun. You know
Oh
what's
yeah.
you know what's so disrespectful though when he does the shot and turnaround?
Yeah, I
That's
was just
like
about to tell you that, man. He was getting a
yeah.
little bit disrespectful now. I was like, yo, you can't be doing that, bro.
But you know what's crazy? I don't know if you caught it when they announced the players. When they announced him, they booed him. Cavaliers booed him because that whole thing with the Cavaliers versus the Warriors. They played 4 years in a row, so the fans don't really like anybody from the Warriors. It's it's just the animosity there.
Yeah.
But the fact that he came out and balled out, it's like it shut them up. Like, yo, I'm still Steph Curry. That was cool, man. Listen, that was cool as hell, man. That was cool.
And that's basically his hometown too.
Yeah, he was born. They were born in the same hospital. Him and LeBron.
That's crazy, man. Every time I think about it, yo.
Anything else?
That's crazy.
That is crazy, yeah.
But then too, man. It's very competitive and like nowadays, man. Like looking back on like other All-Star games, they used to be competitive. Like they was playing actual defense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And half the time it was physical. You know what I'm saying? But now they just out there just having fun, man.
You know what they do now is they play tough through the first half, but the fourth quarter, that's when they step it up and they play intense. Yeah. MB was out there dunking on people, getting rebounds. I saw Giannis hit a fadeaway, and he there was a play where Steph had the ball at the top of the key and he drove the lane and Zach LaVine guarded him. And Giannis was wide open at the top of the three-point line. And he passed it to Giannis, and Giannis drove. And Joel Embiid came, and I was like, oh, my God, what is going to happen here? Because in my opinion, if those two play in the playoffs, that's going to be hell. That's going to be something to watch. So Giannis ended up, going around, Joel and laying it up. But I thought he was going to try to dunk it. I'm like, yo, dunk on him. I was waiting on it, but he just never did. It would have been crazy. Either a block or he getting dunked on or fouled. But, yeah.
But I don't know if you noticed, man, but if you watch their games, man, whenever they do play each other, Bucks and the 76ers, bro, it's like they play at their best, man. They really want to get at each other, man. Like it's a personal grudge against them. I don't know, bro. But they both play their best when they play each other.
That's true. Because you know what it is. And Joel thinks, or he feels that he's the best player ever, or sorry, not the best player ever, best player in the league, which you have every right to think that. But Giannis thinks he's the man. So it's like, yo, you got two alpha males going at it. They got to play in the playoffs, bro. They have to.
Yes, bro. Yes. And I kind of like when they play, man, because I be telling people, Joel Embiid, I hate when he shoot 3-pointers, man, or being out in perimeter. I like him being the dog, like get in that paint and just up in there, yo.
He has the body and the size and the mindset. And you know why I love Joel Embiid?
He can get 50, 60 points every game, bro.
Not only that, but the game is important to him. He loves it. He hates losing. You remember how he cried when they lost against Toronto? He cried like that really hurt. Like it means a lot to him. I know that's not in a lot of players these days. A lot of players seem like it doesn't hurt them. Like if I lost in the playoffs and I'm trying to win a championship, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be painful. And he has that because he cares so much. So I love that dude. I just want him to be healthy. And I hate the fact that he's playing with James Harden because the way that I feel about Joel Embiid and how he's focused, I don't feel like James Harden is focused. I don't know. How you feel about that? Like, what do you think?
I honestly don't. I don't like James Harden like that. Yes, he's that dude when it comes on the offensive side, but like I told you before, man, if you ain't 100% on defense, bro, you ain't a good player, bro, and you're not a good team player because you got to be talking to your teammates at the same time, trying to help them out on defense. And I just think he's lacking on that side, bro. And when you lacking on defense, you can never be a champion. That's my honest opinion, bro.
I agree with you. And what's crazy about that is he played defense before when this guy was the sixth man on OKC. Yeah. When they played the Lakers in 2012, who was guarding Kobe? James Harden. And I wouldn't say he shut Kobe down because nobody can shut Kobe down.
Yeah, that's a hard assignment.
That's a hard assignment. But he made it hard for him. You feel what I'm saying? Like he made it difficult. So it's like, why can you take that throughout your whole career? Like defense is effort. Defense is all effort. This is just effort, along with rebounding. And when you don't do that, you're missing something. And that's why I don't believe, unfortunately. I believe in Joel Embiid, but because he has James Harden, I don't believe in Philly. Unfortunately. It's very unfortunate.
Man, yeah, bro, yeah. I was upset when they let Seth Curry go, man. Like, why? That dude was good over there, man. He was getting his little 30 points and just doing his thing over there. But it is what it is, man. It's a business at the end of the day. But man, I hope James Harden does his thing over there too, man. But
Right, yeah.
I kind of not want them to be like Houston is, or what Houston used to be when James Harden was there, because I think that's going to take away from a lot of these prize games, yo.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that isolation dribble.
Oh, yeah, bro.
That doesn't work. Like you,
It doesn't work.
ball movement and constant ball movement and pick and rolls and back screens and just ball movement in general. Any type of ball movement, that is what works. That is why the Warriors were so great, because the Warriors with Kevin Durant and even the Warriors without Kevin Durant, because they move the ball, man. Not one person touches the ball. The ball is always moving. People coming off screens. A lot of mid-range shots. That's what the Spurs used to do. Mm-hmm. That's what do you think the triangle offense is? A whole bunch of ball movement. Like ball movement, if you just take a look at the NBA, that is what wins. Like every once in a while, you want that person to give me the ball and I'll take over when the play breaks down. But to have that just to be your only offense, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to put different aspects in offense. Defense is just effort and angles and just being lucky. But offense, there's more to offense than just dribble, step back three, dribble, drive left. Like, dog, that people are gonna get used to that. That's not gonna work forever. So I hope they don't implement that with the 76ers.
It sucks, bro.
But
it takes away from everybody else's game.
Exactly. Anything else you want to say about the All-Star game, or?
No. I just want to say, man, Curry the GOAT.
That dude's special, man.
That man is special, dog.
What you like about his game?
Man, the fact that he can do it all from the perimeter, bro. Like, yo. If I was to shoot from that far, but I'll be on the end of the bench right now, bro. They was like, hey, yo, beep. You got to get up out of here, bro. End of the bench for that. But him to be like that, and he spreads the defense out for all these other scorers to do their thing, man. And it's a blessing, bro, to be able to just see what this guy can do day in and day out. Oh man. It is, man. And then he has Klay Thompson with him as well. And that's just, bro. He's just as good as him at shooting, bro.
You know what?
But I feel like also with Klay, I love his form, bro.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful form, bro, when he shoots the ball and release it. Bro.
It reminds me of like a updated Ray Allen. Ray Allen's form was beautiful, man. His shot was just nice. Bro. But Klay is even better to me. His actual shot, the form. So yeah.
Yeah, the only thing with them, man. Well, let me say this: Curry can do it like in 3 phases. Like he can shoot off the dribble, he can come off the screen and shoot, and he can also just do these step back threes and whatnot. It's just crazy, bro. And as these shooters, man, they only had like one of those 3 traits they was good at. But
right.
He's great at all 3, bro. It's impressive to see.
It is impressive, and I think that he's changed. I just made the point. I don't know if you saw it, but before you came on, I made the point that he's impacted the actual games. To me, I wouldn't say Jordan level, but he's impacted the game of basketball in a tremendous way. Like all these guys now are coming up and pulling up from 40 and 30 because Steph can do it. Like for example, Damian Lillard can do it, not as much as Steph. He's not better than Steph, but he can do it. Trae Young is like a Steph Curry clone almost. Like these guys, even LeBron put it in. It's like these shooting up from half court just because Steph started it. It's like it's just an interesting thing. Now you got kids who are coming up and just walking up and shooting up threes. Honestly speaking, that's an ugly shot. That's a terrible shot. You don't shoot that shot. It's a bad shot. But if you work on it and you practice it like Steph has and like Dame has and like other, it could become a great shot. Because how do you defend that? You can't defend that. There's no way to defend that. You just gotta guard Steph Curry as soon as the ball comes in. That's how you gotta defend him. Because it's just so unfair. And that's the greatness, and that's why he impacted the game so much. So I've changed my view on Steph Curry completely. I love that dude. That dude is special, man. Like that dude is definitely special.
Yeah, man. Even though he lacks physicality and all this other stuff, man, shooting just alone makes up for everything else. That it's just.
And you know what's crazy?
They got the guys that compliment him so well. Like they have the guys. They might not can score. You know what I'm saying? But we know. Steph Curry defense ain't all that, but the guys he has on his team, they all can play defense. Every last one of them. And they always help defense and all, bro. They got the help defense. They got the guys that can pick and roll with Steph and other guards, man. They got all these pieces, bro. They probably got like what? I'd say about maybe like 3-4 scores at most. But everybody else is a lockdown defender or somebody that can at least finish. You know what I'm saying?
Bring that energy, like Gary Payton Jr. Gary Payton Jr. is dope, man. That dude is nice. That dude is nice. His defense is special, and he just brings
Gary Payton. They're gonna be a fun team to watch, bro.
Yeah, Wiseman coming back, Draymond coming back, Clay is coming to his own. I see why. You know, Banks always says, he's been adamant. He says the Warriors are going to win it all. I see why he would feel that way because, again, in my opinion, there's always truth on both sides. It's
man, he says the Nets going to win it all too. I don't know.
Yeah, he sometimes he goes back and forth. You know how Banks is, but I see why he says the Warriors are going to win it all because they have a good team. Just in my opinion, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets are maybe more athletic than the Warriors. And plus, with Giannis, who the fuck on the Warriors is going to guard Giannis? Who's going to guard Giannis? You can't put Draymond on him. Draymond is older, and he doesn't have the size. He doesn't have the athleticism anymore. Draymond can't stop Giannis. So in my opinion, they have the potential to win it all. They might just win it all. But if they play Milwaukee or even Brooklyn, if they're at 100% mentally and physically, I don't see the Warriors beating them. Now that Chris Paul is injured and he's not healthy again, it just seems like it's going to be an easy cakewalk for the Warriors to get into the finals because I believe that Phoenix was – I've said the Suns in Milwaukee was going to be a rematch, but now that Chris Paul went down, I don't think that may not happen. But who do you believe? If you can call it right now and be honest, take away the Heat card because I know we Heat fans. I know we want the Heat to win, but just honestly speaking, who do you have going to the championship or winning?
Bro, you probably gonna call me crazy for this, bro. But I honestly think the Cavs have a chance, bro.
Why?
Bro, they got all these pieces that's complement each other, bro. They got Kevin Love. What's his new guy's name, man?
Darius Garland.
Ford. No. He's nice too, man. I don't know if Sexton comes back and plays with that guy, man. They gonna be nice, bro. And then I like LeVert. He's a nice piece for them.
They should have got Sabonis, man. That's where Sabonis should have went. He should have went to the damn Cavaliers. But go ahead.
Yo, Allen's good, man. But I only like Allen when he's playing with this. Oh my! I forgot his name, bro. I think he's a rookie or a 7-year, bro. Hold on. I'm a searching, bro. I got a searching, bro. I think his name Mosley. But
Mosley?
Is it Mosley, man?
Hold on.
That's how y'all can tell I don't follow no Cavs.
No, but the thing is, I've watched the NBA since December. Like I've been into it, so I see the Cavs. They are a special team. But you said that they're going to go. You're saying that they're going to the finals?
I don't know if they'll go to the finals, bro, but they have a good chance to go. They really do have a good chance to go, man.
I'm not going to call you crazy. I'm not going to do that because, anything can happen. But I think, honestly speaking, Evan Mobley. So shout out to
Evan Mobley.
Banks, Evan Mobley. Right,
Yeah.
Evan Mobley. Hey,
Yeah.
Banks said none of this matters. Bulls in 4. Hey, listen. I'm not going to listen. Speaking about the Bulls,
no chance.
But listen, no. Honestly speaking about the Bulls, after the Derrick Rose era, the Bulls kind of went down and became the trash of the league. That's just it happens. Teams rebuild. The fact that they come
trash
back,
of the league, man.
Yeah, but not trash, but like bottom.
They'll probably go to the Knicks.
Right, yeah. But the Bulls have made such a comeback, and they're playing so well. They get my respect. Like DeMar DeRozan is balling. Caruso's is just enjoying his time there. Like Vucevic, what's his name? Is Vucevic, right?
Yeah. The center.
He's a good. Yeah, the center. He's good for them. And then you have Lonzo Ball is a great backup. Like they have a good team. So the fact that they've been in 1 or 2 second place the whole year is pretty special. I think that they're going to be a great team next year. I just think this year they have to work together and have that playoff experience, because Zach LaVine had never been in the playoffs. He doesn't know what the pressure of playing in the game 4 when you're down 2-1 or you're down 3-2 or game 7. Them boys never been through that. Only DeMar and only Alex Caruso. So they're not ready to take over yet. And that's not a slight against the Bulls. I just think that they need another year. But it's still, even saying that, they're having a great special year. And I appreciate DeMar DeRozan. Like, he's having a great year. What do you think about that? I think that they're the more, I wouldn't say they're more surprising than the Cavaliers. I think the Cavaliers are surprising, but the Bulls are also a surprising team. So, but what do you think?
Yeah, you can say that too, because like we was talking about, man, they just now coming together. You know what I'm saying? And then oh man, I hope Lonzo Ball comes back. Will he come back, or was the knee injury season ending?
No. I think he's going to come back eventually.
He's going to come back. Yeah, well, if he comes back, man, Alex Caruso come back. That dude's a dog, man. When it comes to stopping that ball, even on full court, we might have something. We're going to have an exciting playoff series, bro.
Bro, the Eastern Conference is
like, whoa, bro. Who would have ever thought, bro? It always been the west side of the conference.
That's true. The better teams have always been West, but this year, the West is kind of not as special as they used to be. I mean, I like the Dallas Mavericks. I like the Mavericks. I like Memphis. I don't believe in Utah. I don't care about Utah. Utah is a flawed team. I don't care about it. Who else?
Utah. For me, man. Utah and the Nuggets. They like the same team, man. They got all these pieces that look like they can do something, but then when they go to the playoffs, they just like,
I don't know about that. Jokic is special, man. You don't like Jokic? You don't like the Joker? I think he's special. Like he can do everything.
I love him, but the pieces around him, bro, it's just they don't do him well, man. They don't do him any justice, though.
And you know what's crazy? I think the Mavericks, I think that he's by himself, but the difference with the Mavericks is they play hard. Even though they don't have much talent, they play hard and they just play with effort. Not that the Nuggets don't play with effort, but the thing is, they play with effort. They just don't have the talent. So it's like, and Murray's been missing for about 2 years. He had that injury, that season-ending injury last season. He's still injured. So it's kind of hard for Denver to catch their stride. But Joker himself, that man is special. Like, there's no doubt in my mind of his game. He can pass the ball. He can play inside. He's slow on defense, but he still plays good defense. Like, I don't get it. Like, these European dudes are they're very well. They play well mannered and they play the game the right way. They don't have the talent like the black dudes, like the brothers here, but they play hard and then they play smart. It's so like Luka. And then, Jokic, like, I like those two players. But other than that, I mean, who's at the bottom of the list? The Lakers. I mean, Utah lost to the Lakers twice. So that's why I don't have any faith in Utah. Like, come on, man. How do you lose to LA twice? The Clippers, they actually play with heart. In my opinion, even with all those players, the Clippers are better than the Lakers right now. The Lakers, right now, they're in 9th place. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I really don't.
I don't think so either, bro.
It's a shame.
Uh,
But your team in the West, or sorry, your team, if you had to pick a team in the West, you're going with the Warriors, right? What about Memphis? No love for
yeah.
Memphis?
I love Memphis, yo. I really think they have a chance, man. I think they have a better chance than the Suns right now. Um,
Only because of the
I, I,
injury or
I I
before the
like
injury?
him. I like him even more if they have Dylan Brooks. I love
Yeah,
Dylan Brooks for them, bro.
yeah, me
But
too. Yeah.
it seems like all these good players they get hurt at the wrong time, bro.
Yeah, man, it's unfortunate. Just
Cause
like with
man,
KD,
cause his
KD the last
previous
couple of
season,
years,
bro, he was a dog, bro. He was a
especially
dog, bro.
defensively.
He
Yeah.
was on them guys, bro. No matter who you put him on, man, he was giving guys trouble.
How you know what? I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How you feel about Zion? You think he's going to be a bust? I think you brought that up on Facebook.
I brought that up. I brought that up because
Yeah.
man, he's been inconsistent, bro. I feel like he doesn't really want it in a way because bro, you gotta get your weight down, bro. You get something going on. I don't know if you should join a track team or what, but we gotta get that weight down so you can play, bro. You gotta be at a certain weight.
I see what you're saying. When you first said that, I didn't understand it, but yeah, go ahead, elaborate more.
Yeah, bro. I believe he's like 6'7", 300 pounds, but that's too much, bro.
See, if you were taller, even Shaq, when he was 7'1" and 300 pounds,
Yeah,
so it
he was
wasn't
tall.
as bad, even though he could have lost weight too. But this
Mhm.
dude is a little shorter, and your game is based off athleticism. You got to lose some weight, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you
Yeah,
could become a bust. It'll be a shame, though.
it's gonna be a lot on his knees, man, cause how he be moving, boy. Hey, he be moving
Those
with a
first
lot
two
of power
years,
and explosiveness.
exactly. And you need your knees to explode up for the dunk.
Yeah,
And when you don't have that, and you have too much weight to pick up, like, come on, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong. I hope for his sake that he doesn't become a bust, but it's unfortunate looking that way.
cause his game kind of like in between Zach Randolph and my boy
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Yeah, Blake
Hmm.
Griffin.
Hmm.
He can do everything that those guys can kind of do. You know what I'm saying? But he just got to get that weight off, man, because it's holding the team back, and he can help this team out a lot. He can help the
Hmm.
Pelicans out now that they have CJ McCollum. I think they'll do great together, bro.
If he could be healthy, and he could be
If
like
he can
those
be
first 2
healthy,
years,
yeah,
he was out there. He was jumping out the rim. If he could be healthy, they still got Ingram. They have CJ now. They have a squad, man. The
yeah.
Pelicans have so much potential.
He
It's
got the
just
help, man.
he got the help. He got the help to that could be a team for the future.
Yeah,
But what do you think about his counterpart, though? The guy that's actually been balling, the guy that's been progressing year after year. The first year didn't make the playoffs. Second year, 8th seed. Now, third year, got your team third place in the Western Conference. Like John Morant, that dude is coming. He's coming. Like, how do you feel about him?
that dude's that's a future Hall of Famer we talking about, boy. That's a
He
future
re-
Hall of Famer we talking about.
he reminds me of a mixture of Derrick Rose, Allen Iverson, and Westbrook. How athletic Westbrook used to be. He has that athleticism. It's crazy to watch,
Bro,
man. This dude just could jump out the gym. Whew.
bro, I was watching one play, bro. He was chasing somebody. I don't know what team it was, man. I want to
It
say
was the
the
Lakers.
Clippers. It might have been the Lakers, bro. He was chased down, blocked somebody, right? With two hands, bro. I mean, whole shoulders went over the rim, bro. I'm like, what in the world? What is this dude on, bro?
That dude is something else, man. Like he he
Yo,
he has a bright future. Like I love these new guys, man. This new generation with him and Giannis and Luca and Booker and Trey Young and Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Like these new cats and Jokic. Like these new cats are special, man. Like they play with so much energy and so much passion. It's great to see that the NBA will be in good hands once the old guys retire. So it's good, man. I
yeah.
like that guy. But I want to get to this list. I want to know how you feel about this list, because right before you got on, I was going to get into it, but I'll start. There's just a background, just a whole background. This is the 75th year of the NBA, the 2021-2022 season. So the NBA and ESPN did a top 75 players. Now we're not going to go through the whole 75 because we'll be here all night. But we're just going to talk about the top 10. So I'm going to go from 10 to 1. So this is the list, right? 10 is Kobe Bryant. 9 is Oscar Robertson. 7 is Tim Duncan. 6 is Larry Bird. 5th is Bill Russell. Or actually, sorry, 6th is Bill Russell. 5th is Wilt Chamberlain. I apologize. Magic is number 4. 3rd is Kareem. LeBron is 2, and Michael is Jordan. Michael is number 1. Michael Jordan is the number 1 best player, which I don't disagree with that at all. I don't think number 1 should be touched at all. But the rest of that list, how do you feel? Would you change something? Would you switch? Tell me.
Yes. Put Kobe at the 4. Yes. Move Magic Johnson to 5, yo. Bro.
You got to elaborate why, because I got a response to that. Well, go ahead. I want to hear
what you do.
Right, yeah.
Man, yo, Kobe is like the all-time like best Laker, like hands down. That's why, man. No disrespect to Magic Johnson, because dude was great too, and he can play all 5 positions and do his thing, man. But Kobe is a different dude, bro. Kobe was different when it comes to like killing instinct and just killing somebody on that court, yo. Just making you not want to play basketball no more. That Kobe was that dude, bro.
Okay, so you know what? I hear you, right? So you know, I don't know if you noticed, but I always look at things from both sides of you, right? Kobe was a killer. He was so mentally strong, and in my opinion, even though Jordan was the better overall player, I think Kobe was the better shoot. Well, he was at least the better 3-point shooter. He was a much better 3-point shooter than Michael. I agree with you on that. Kobe was a killer. But there's this fascination with players who have that killer instinct and thinking that that's the only way to go. You can only be Michael. You can only be Kobe. That's the only way to be successful.
Oh no,
that's not the only way to be successful. Yes, it worked for Michael and Kobe. I get it, but Magic was not that. Magic was, I'm gonna make sure everybody gets involved. I'm gonna play defense, and I'm gonna lead my team and be the leader of my team. Magic was special in that. So you have to look at both sides. Yes, you're right about Kobe, and I'm not even saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that Magic was the Lakers back in the 80s. He was Showtime. He was special. He had everybody involved. He was a good person. He passed the ball. He made sure everybody was. So that in that aspect, you have to think about it like, okay, is Kobe the greatest Laker ever? Who impacted the Lakers more, Magic in the 80s or Kobe? Like, so you can pick either one will be fine. Either one will be fine. I would be fine with either one. I just think that, and I'm not even saying Magic over Kobe. I can see you putting them over Magic. That would make sense, but I can also see Magic being over Kobe. So that I understand. I get that. As far as anything else on the list, I don't know if you want me to recap it. The list again.
Recap it.
Okay.
Who we got again?
So you got Kobe and Magic switching. So right now, Chamberlain is number 5. They don't have Shaq. There's a debate. Would you put Shaq over Chamberlain? Shaq is not in the top 10, which is I think is crazy. I think it's crazy.
Man, hold on, man. I know you sent me a. Shaq got to be on top. Shaq was unstoppable, man. Maybe it's a free throw shooting they hating on. I don't know. The Shaq got to be on there, bro. Shaq has to be on there.
You know what it is?
Dude was dominant for like what, 3 straight seasons?
Like 5.
Just dominant, bro. 5.
The thing with Shaq is right when Michael was going to retire, which was 98, Once Michael left, Shaq became the face of the league. He became the man, like
Right.
clear as day. Even though they didn't win in '99, the Spurs won. Shaq was the most dominant personality and player around that time. For about '99 to about 2004, Shaq was the man. The reason why some people don't put Shaq over Chamberlain is because Shaq did it for in Orlando, not as much as he did it with the Lakers, but he was great in Orlando. But he had just a 5-year run. Chamberlain was great through his whole career. So that's why some people put Chamberlain over Shaq. But just me, in my opinion, I could go back and watch YouTube all I want, but I wasn't alive for Chamberlain, so I would put Shaq over.
Did Chamberlain even have competition back then?
I mean, look who Shaq played against. He played against Tim Duncan. He played against David Robinson. He played against Patrick Ewing. He played against Hakeem. What some people would put Hakeem over Shaq. Like Hakeem Olajuwon was just, that dude was special. Like, whew, my God, the footwork and everything.
All that.
He played against the great centers of the league, and he dominated majority of them. So it's like Chamberlain, Wes Unseld. You played against Bill Russell forever. He played against Kareem, but that's when he was already older and Kareem was already at his height. So you can't really compare that too much. So Chamberlain didn't really play against the great top competition. Shaq did. So just for me, I'm putting Shaq over Chamberlain. That's just me. That's me.
I agree.
But
because dude played some tough competition, man, and he dominated all of it.
Well, for the most part, the only one person that he didn't dominate was Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon, like there's a story.
Man, he got skills, bro. He can do it all, skills for his size. And then it's the footwork, bro. He got beautiful footwork, dog.
The best footwork I've ever seen.
You ain't know where he's gonna go.
You go left, he's going right. He just right past you. Oh my God, Hakeem was special, man.
Bro,
I urge these dudes, these young cats, go on YouTube and watch previous highlights. Yeah. All they know is now, like, yo, the NBA has always been great. Like, go back and watch it. These dudes were always special. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. What was I gonna say? Let's see, something else on this. Is there anything else on the list that you would change? What about Jordan at number 1? Do you agree with that? Disagree? What?
Yes. Yeah.
You agree or disagree?
I agree.
Do you agree with LeBron at 2?
I agree with LeBron at 2.
There's an argument that you can put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 2 because of his accomplishment and because
you know what, you can't make it like that because he's been great throughout his whole career, man. I believe if I'm not mistaken, man, if I remember correctly, he has 4 championships in college, right?
Yeah. And 6 in the NBA.
4 in college and 6 in the NBA. So this man been a champion his whole life, bro. Since he's been playing basketball, bro.
And 6 NBA MVPs. And not only that, forget about that. This man hasn't played since 1988. If you do the math, that's 34 years.
Yep.
In 34 years, he is still number 1 all time in scoring, like 38,000 stacks. Like, it's not that scoring is the only thing in NBA, but that's still a lot. Like, he had the most unstoppable moves. So to me, there's an argument to put Kareem over LeBron. But, I think that the list is good. I just would take out Oscar Robertson and put Hakeem Olajuwon in there, but that's just my opinion.
I'm gonna try to practice that one day. Now that you brought it up, that move was unstoppable.
Oh, the dream shake.
The dream shake. But not only the dream shake, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar little hook shot, bro. Oh my goodness, bro! Ain't nobody blocking that, bro.
Well, what Chamberlain caught it a couple times. He's been blocked a few times, but majority of the time he's already 7'1". 7'2", and he already has a wingspan. Like, you're not gonna block it. That reminds me of Dirk. Remember how Dirk used to do the step back? And he's 7 feet. Yo, that is just Kevin Durant put that in his game now. Like, Kevin Durant has got that.
Kick that leg up so you won't block it.
It's like you can't block that. These dudes are 7 feet. Look, the greatest lie in NBA history is that Kevin Durant is 6'9". Kevin Durant ain't no damn 6'9". That dude is 7 foot. He's a 7'2" guard. Like, But anyway, that's a different discussion. But any final thoughts before we close this game? Close this thing out. I know we get into the hour mark.
Nah, bro. Just those little readjustments that we have to make. But for the most part, man, I agree with everything on there, bro.
Yeah.
They gotta put Shaq on 10, bro.
Shaq and Elijah Wan, to me, they got to put that in that top 10. I'm taking Oscar Robertson out. I'm sorry. I'm taking him out.
That's crazy. That man been dominant for so long. It's to the fact that they had to just try to foul him and keep him on the free throw line for them to have a chance to win some games with that guy, bro. Let me ask you this, bro. Do you think I personally think, bro, if Shaq was a good free throw shooter, I'm saying like in the 70s range, at least mid 70s, he'd have the most points in the game. What you think?
I think so too. I think that's a great point, because when you're a center, we know you don't know how to shoot, so we understand that. But if you just have to make the effort and practice on the free throw line, so not even 70%. If Shaq was averaging 60%, he would be a top 5 as far as in points. Yeah. So yeah, I completely agree with that. Just 60%.
Oh, bro. So that dude was on the line more than anything, bro.
Yeah, because they couldn't stop him. So all they could do was foul him. That's all they could do.
I'm talking about he ain't even have the ball in his hand, and he just getting fouled left and right.
Dude, I would see people try to guard Shaq when he was on the Lakers, and it's like they just get pushed back and back and back and back. It's like, what? They just couldn't guard him. He was unstoppable, bro. Truly unstoppable. But yeah, look out for our show on Wednesdays. We're usually on Wednesdays at 10 and Saturdays at 9. And be sure to use our point spread and our partner Bet Us Now, where you can bet on NBA games and NFL games, even though I know the season is over. Again, check us out tomorrow at 10 p.m. Marv, how you think you like this format?
Love it, bro.
It's cool, man. I'm glad to have you on, man. Your basketball knowledge is great. You seem like a great person, and if you're pursuing this music career, I wish you nothing but the best, brother.
Thank you, bro.
You're welcome, man. And
thank you so much, man. I'm in the middle of trying to get a beat together to put like on the put like doing breaks or something for people to just hear while we talking or just when we having a break or so.
Right.
Dope, man. But I'll send you some stuff, man. You let me know what you think about it.
Yeah, man. We can make this, like, you and I can take this as far as we can, man. We'll discuss, man. But thank you so much for everybody for watching. This is Not for Debate. Everybody have a good night. Peace.